everyone. I am here in the great South Pasadena, California. And today, we're going to do a little something different. Today, we're going to visit the filming locations of one of my favorite horror movies of all time. 1978 John Carpenter classic, Halloween. Alright, so right behind me is just some regular old house, but for Halloween fans, this is where the Myers house used to be before it was bought and moved right down the street over there. Yeah. How do I tell? Because of this house in the background, and I guess this is probably the tree that was like the first shot when it pans over to the house. So yeah, this is now a new like apartment complex, I think, housing complex. But this used to be where the Myers house used to be at. And I'm still glad that person went in and bought the house, because we could have lost a piece of horror history. So the next location we'll be taking a look at is the Strode house. So in the original Halloween, they made the one iconic scene where Laurie holding a pumpkin that they're gonna carve out with Tommy Doyle. She was sitting right here. I'm sitting where Jamie Lee Curtis sat. Like, it's so cool. There's a pumpkin like right over there. Right, take a picture. But yeah, this house is the Strode house where Laurie lived. It's just so amazing to be here, and mainly just sitting in that same spot where Laurie sat in Halloween. Now in the movie, you may have seen Laurie and his father coming through that door. I believe this might be the front entrance. I don't know what the other door could be, but there's one scene where Laurie's about to walk to school, and his father, whose car is like right there, told Laurie, oh, don't forget to drop the keys off at the Myers house. And yeah, and there's also the moment where Laurie came out through that exact door, walked over with a pumpkin, sits in that spot watching trick-or-treaters, which really in the front back doesn't match how it looked in the film. It's probably power of editing, but it's just really cool to be here at the Strode house. So right by the Strode house is a little thing that Halloween fans need to look after. And that is this bench. And in that bench there's a plaque dedicated to producer Mustafa Akkad. It reads, "In loving memory of Mustafa Akkad, known to the world as the godfather of the Halloween series, your legacy lives on. Filmed in South Pasadena, 1978. He died in a terrorist attack. May he rest in peace." So in this location from Halloween, we see Laurie, Linda, and Annie walking home from school. After that, they crossed the street, doing exactly like how they did in the original Mesmer. Had to look both ways in case a car comes by. And anyways, they're walking home, talking about babysitting and how Laurie forgot her chemistry book, and how Linda says, "So what? I always forget my chemistry book." To which I believe Michael came down here and drove past them. He was looking at the girls, and the girls were like, "I wonder who's that?" It could be some boy from school. To which Annie would yell, "Hey jerk, speed kills," and Michael would stop. And then Annie went, "Geez, can't you take a joke?" Yeah, so cool. Now, we're about to see the most iconic and location from Halloween. Now, right next to me, this is Linda's house, but we're not focused on that. No, we're here to focus on the infamous hedge where Michael would have been standing behind here. Oh well, there's nothing there. Oh well. Now, this hedge, you might remember in a scene where Lori and Annie were walking home from school when Lori notices Michael Myers, basically right where I'm standing. And he told to Annie, like, "Hey, I think I saw something." To which Annie goes over there and goes, "Hey, you creep. Lori, dear. Someone likes to talk to you. Wants to take you out on a date." I just love reciting these lines in these famous locations. I like that the people who own this house or hedge put up this "Welcome to Haddonfield" sign. That's the thing, since they already know that a lot of fans come here to recreate that shot of Michael sitting next to the hedge. Now, this place is a diner, but to us Halloween fans, this is the hardware store. So yeah, in Halloween, this used to be the hardware store. This is what we believe where Michael Myers got his mask, the modified Captain Kirk mask, and some kitchen knives and some rope. Now, what's important about this location is that this was important for two scenes, even though they're all the same scene, but there's like two moments in the same scene, which is where Annie picked up Lori to go to their respective houses for them to go babysit. They drove from over there, and he drove there only for Annie to see his father, because Sheriff Brackett, who was responding to the break-in of the hardware store. Annie was like, "What happened?" Annie was like, "What happened?" And Sheriff Brackett just blamed the whole thing on kids. And Annie's like, "You blame everything on kids." So, and later in that scene, when Annie left, Loomis came in and had a conversation with Brackett about Michael, that he's on the loose. And in that same shot, probably where I am, Michael was actually right behind Lori and Annie. So, and Loomis was there. He was just facing where I'm facing, and he just drove by without even noticing that his patient was just right behind him. So we're moving away from South Pasadena to the beautiful, lustrous Hollywood. I'm heading over to Orange Grove Avenue to visit two locations where the bulk of the movie takes place, and that is the Doyle and Wallace house. While South Pasadena has like a lot of movies filmed here, I don't know if there's any other horror movies shot around this area. At least not that I could, any I could think of. Oh well. So I'm here. This is what would have been the Wallace house. Now, this is where Lindsay Wallace and the family lives. Also where Annie Mackenzie. A lot of parents are away on Halloween. And also where most of the killings take place. Where Annie was murdered somewhere there, in the car, in their garage. Bob in the kitchen, and Linda upstairs in the parents' room. And yeah, today the house is a lot different. Mainly they added this garage and upper section, but like this area from there is like kind of the same since. And you probably notice that there's at the front door, like the house ends where the door is at, and once Linda and Bob go in, there's like a whole other section. So I believe they shot it at one of these two houses. Yeah, this is where most of the killings and some of the iconic shots of like Michael standing over there, and Michael carrying Annie's corpse after killing her. Yeah, this is the Wallace house. So I am here at the Doyle house. This is where Tommy Doyle and his family lived, and also where Lori babysat Tommy while Annie was babysitting Lindsay in the house. Over there. Now, this house is where the climax, the ending of the film, takes place, where Michael goes after Lori checks on the Wallace house, sees the bodies of Annie, Bob, and Linda. Goes back to the house, tells the kids to hide, and then later go to the Mackenzie's house to call the police. And Loomis finds the house. Michael attacks Lori, and Loomis would shoot Michael 6 times for falling from the balcony to the backyard. Unless if you watch Halloween 2, Michael comes out from the front of the house and out the back. And yeah, the house hasn't changed a lot. I mean, the door where Michael came out through in Halloween 2 has now been replaced by just a window. And pillars have changed, but the house still looks the same. Unlike the Wallace house. Yeah. And in that house comes one of my favorite lines of the entire Halloween, in the entire film, is when after Loomis shot Michael, Lori asked, "Was the boogeyman?" To which Loomis responded, "As a matter of fact, it was." So I decided to save this location for last, even though I should have put it in the beginning. But I am here at the Myers house. Now, this used to be an old colonial house, made around the 1800s. And this house was big enough to be used as the home of Michael Myers and the Myers family. And up there in that room, this is where, looking up there, that window, this is the room where Michael Myers, as a little boy on Halloween night 1963, that he murdered his older sister. And for 15 years, he was locked up until he escaped. He came home. Now, this house was almost gone. Like, after the release of Halloween, the house was almost set to be demolished until thankfully someone bought the house and moved it down the street. And the person who bought it didn't even know that this was part of horror legacy. So it's great that this still survives for fans to see. And I just can't believe I'm here at the Myers house. Yeah, that is the Myers house. So in the intro in Halloween, so Michael Myers, through his perspective on the night of 1963, he walked around to this house and he came in through the back door. I don't know which one of these two, but he came in through the back door. He went upstairs. Okay, actually first he went to the kitchen, grabs a kitchen knife. And by the way, fun fact, the hands of Michael Myers in the scene was actually Deborah Hill, the screenwriter. And he murdered his older sister in that room. And then he came out. And he came out through that door, seeing his parents, just as his parents came home. And the camera cuts to Michael as their parents take the mask off, and the camera pans back to see the house. Pretty cool. And I thought it'd be fun that I walk up the steps of the Myers house to be like this close to it. Like, I can't believe I'm standing here at the Myers house. Like, it's so cool. So cool. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching the video. The outro, coming down the steps, but a lot of people started coming. As you can see, a lot of people started coming to take pictures of the film at the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Comment below what's your favorite moment from the original Halloween, or what's your favorite moment from any of the Halloween movies. And let me know below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. All my social media links are down below. And remember, the boogeyman's gonna get you.